city in the country. I'm joined now by the leader of the Scottish National Party, Ian Blackford. Things developing very quickly indeed, but you must be pleased that Parliament has been recalled.
Well, I suppose I'm relieved that Parliament's been recalled. I don't think there's anything that we should be pleased about given the developments that are taking place. And by the way, can I just congratulate Sky News for the coverage that you're giving to this? You've been absolutely first class. This is a desperate, desperate situation. And I think first and foremost, our thoughts have to be with those that are in Afghanistan, those that their human rights are going to be affected by this, not least the women and the children. And let's be clear, they've been let down. We've let them down. We've departed in haste. I understand that it wasn't a decision that was taken by the UK. It was a decision taken by the US, and we've had to follow along. And obviously questions are going to have to be asked as to the alternatives that were there, but that's past, it's happened. And I think whilst feeling deeply for those Afghanistans, also it's about those that have served in our armed forces, those that have lost their life, those that have been injured. Because I think many people will be asking what this has been for. And of course, there are questions that now need to be asked about the next steps. What do we do to try and give humanitarian support to those that need it? But also the concerns that many will have about a potential breeding ground for terrorism. And I hate to say it, repeating some of the problems of the past. So on Wednesday, we will have that opportunity in Parliament. And I heard your piece just a little bit earlier. It will be on Wednesday at 9:30 that Parliament will be convening. And I've asked the government that we can have a debate rather than a statement, and we've got the opportunity to explore the issues properly and I guess help to guide the UK government and what it should be doing in terms of its approaches both with NATO and with the United Nations, because we need the United Nations Security Council to meet really with a sense of urgency to consider next steps. But this is a very dark day, and I hate to say this for the West is perhaps the biggest foreign policy setback since the end of the Second World War. And I guess over the course of the coming hours and very few short days, we need to make sure that those that are our citizens in Afghanistan, those that we have worked with, that have worked with the UK military, are evacuated at haste. And amongst all of that, there are, of course, the issue of the Iraqi students who had been given bursaries to UK universities that this week were denied visas. That needs to be fixed and fixed now so that we can give sanctuary and safety to these people. And then finally, with our partners, we need to consider what we will be doing to support refugees in the region and, of course, how many that we will be taking in here ourselves. And I suppose, in addition to that, there's the impact that this will have on regional security and the implications it will have for a number of countries, not least for Pakistan. So these are very serious developments, but these developments are a consequence of the political decisions that have been taken over the course of the last few months, and frankly, the wrong political decisions.